It was a warm summer evening when Lena decided to take a walk in the park after a long day at work. The golden glow of the setting sun cast long shadows, and the air smelled of fresh-cut grass. People laughed and chatted around her, yet she felt strangely disconnected, lost in her thoughts. As she strolled past a secluded bench near the park's pond, she noticed a woman sitting there, her shoulders trembling slightly. At first, Lena thought she was just another exhausted city dweller trying to escape reality. But then, she saw the woman clutching her ankle, her face twisted in pain. Lena hesitated. Was it her place to interfere? The woman didn't look homeless or in distress, just hurt. Maybe she had already called someone for help. Yet, something inside her urged her forward. "Are you okay?" Lena asked gently. The woman looked up, startled, as if she hadn't expected anyone to notice her. She had striking green eyes, filled with something Lena couldn't quite place. Fear? Pain? Exhaustion? I think I twisted my ankle," the woman murmured. "But I'll be fine." Lena wasn't convinced. "Let me help you. Can you stand?" The woman hesitated but nodded. Lena crouched beside her and helped her up, noticing how frail she felt. "I can call someone for you," Lena offered. "No." The woman's reaction was instant, almost panicked. Then, she quickly composed herself. "I mean, no, that's okay. I just need to get home." Something was definitely off. But Lena decided not to push. "All right," she said. "I'll help you get there." Lena hailed a cab and helped the woman inside. The woman hesitated before giving an address on the other side of town. Her voice was quiet, uncertain. "I'm Lena, by the way," she offered. "And you are?" "Evelyn," the woman answered, barely above a whisper. "Nice to meet you, Evelyn." Lena studied her face. "Are you sure you're okay?" Evelyn nodded quickly, but she kept glancing out the window, as if expecting someone to follow them. When they arrived at the given address, Evelyn turned to her. "Thank you, Lena. I don't know what I would have done without you." Before Lena could respond, Evelyn stepped out and hurried inside. The moment she shut the door, all the lights in the house went off, as if she was hiding. Something about the whole encounter left Lena with an uneasy feeling. That night, Lena couldn't sleep. Her mind kept replaying the way Evelyn had looked over her shoulder, the way she had insisted on no help. What if she was in trouble? What if Lena had just left someone in danger? Determined to find out more, she did a quick search online for the address Evelyn had given. The results shocked her. The house had been vacant for months. Lena's stomach dropped. Why had Evelyn lied? And if she wasn't living there, then where had she gone? Unable to shake the feeling that something was very wrong, Lena decided to go back the next morning and check for herself. The next morning, Lena was still thinking about Evelyn when a knock at her door startled her. When she opened it, two well-dressed men stood there, their expression serious. "Miss Carter?" one of them asked. Lena hesitated. "Yes. We need to talk about Evelyn," the man said. "We're her family." Lena's stomach tightened. "Is she okay?" The men exchanged glances. "She's been missing for 2 days. Can you tell us where you last saw her?" Lena was stunned. "She told me she was going home. I helped her get there." "Evelyn didn't go home," the man said gravely. "She disappeared again last night." Confusion and dread flooded Lena. Had Evelyn lied? Had she been in danger? Determined to get answers, Lena went back to the house where she had dropped Evelyn off. The door was slightly ajar. Inside, the place looked abandoned. A single note lay on the counter. "Lena, I was right to trust you. But they found me. Don't let them." Lena's heart pounded. Who had found her? And why did she sound so afraid? Lena rushed back to her apartment, her mind racing. As she reached her building, she spotted Evelyn sitting on the stairs, looking exhausted and terrified. "Evelyn, what happened?" Lena asked. Evelyn grabbed her hands. "I had to leave," she whispered. "They aren't my family. They're looking for me because of what I know." "What do you know?" Lena pressed. Evelyn hesitated before revealing the shocking truth. She was a witness in a high-profile corporate scandal. Her husband, a powerful businessman, had tried to silence her, and she had been on the run ever since. "They found me last night, but I escaped," Evelyn said. "I don't have anywhere else to go." Lena made a split-second decision. "Then you stay with me." Evelyn's eyes welled up with tears. "You don't have to risk yourself for me. I helped you once. I won't stop now." That night, they devised a plan. Evelyn had evidence, documents, emails, phone recordings. They needed to get them to someone who could expose the truth. But the men after her were powerful, and if they found her again, she wouldn't be so lucky. Over the next few days, Lena helped Evelyn connect with a lawyer and a journalist willing to tell her story. With their help, Evelyn exposed the corruption she had witnessed, ensuring justice would be served. But the journey wasn't easy. There were constant threats, anonymous calls warning Evelyn to stay silent. At one point, Evelyn nearly gave up, fearing for her life. It was Lena who convinced her to keep going. "If you stay quiet, they win," Lena reminded her. "But if you speak up, you can change everything." Evelyn took a deep breath and decided she wouldn't run anymore. The case became national news. Evelyn's testimony led to multiple arrests, and her husband's empire crumbled. Despite the danger, she stood firm, knowing that justice was finally being served. When it was over, Evelyn hugged Lena tightly. "You didn't just help me that night. You saved my life." Lena smiled, her heart swelling with pride. "Sometimes, kindness is more powerful than fear." As Evelyn left for a secure location under witness protection, Lena sat by her window, reflecting on everything that had happened. She had started with a simple act of kindness, never expecting it to lead to something so life-changing. And yet, it had. Because sometimes, the smallest decisions have the biggest consequences. One act of kindness had changed both their lives forever.